his former players, and all of those players members of that 2017 state championship team. Windy night out here at Grace Christian. You will see the flag that is unfurled here, and that is blowing. You don't have a great angle of it there to get a perspective on it, but that is blowing dead in from center, right where our over-the-shoulder camera is. It is blowing dead in from center. So don't expect the ball to get out of here. We were talking to Coach Brown and some of the guys beforehand, and the ball travels. This is a cozy little park, but I'll tell you, the ball does not get out of here on a windy day like this blowing in. Now, if it turns around and blows the other way, that's a whole different ball game. But right now, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. So which team's going to play some defense, which will be able to move the ball around, we'll see. Should be a good one. Grace Christian comes into this ranked number 5 in number 2 in Class B. And Glenmora is ranked number 5. So number 1, another one of those just battles. And it seems like every time you see a matchup here in District in 6B, that it's between some of these guys that are high-ranked teams, and that is no doubt tonight. Just a few moments away from the national anthem and starting lineups, and we'll get ready to get things going tonight. Again, Doug Gann alongside of Chuck Perkins. Our intern Jack Yonker is in the house tonight as well, so expect the videos to start making their way around. And Coach Brown finishing up, giving all of the details. Good crowd starting to make its way in. A lot of folks that are watching around. You know, so here's the thing. Over on Boxcast, which is one of our platforms, we have been in 45 of the 50 states where we've had viewers, and 12 different countries. I don't know which ones those countries are. I can't pronounce most of them, but thank you for that. So the countries that we are not in, or the states that we are not in: South Dakota, Idaho, New Mexico, Vermont, and Alaska. South Dakota, Vermont, Idaho, New Mexico, and Alaska. If you know somebody, give them a call and say, hey, tune into our Boxcast. You have to go through Boxcast TV app and do that. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, we appreciate that. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. But if you're watching from one of those, follow that Boxcast link that you saw on Facebook. Getting finished up here and getting ready to go down on the field for the starting lineups. You see the different camera angles that are being employed there. Again, if this is your first time that you have followed along, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Good game last night at Menard. We will be back there for softball Monday night, and then Tuesday for Grace Christian and Oak Hill, right back here at Merrill Blackburn Field. Getting ready for starting lineups. We went through those with you. We will don't know that with the wind blowing that we're able to hear the announcements, but there you'll see the flag and know that they're getting ready for the national anthem. We'll stand, we'll pause, and take it with them. And you certainly know it's time for baseball when you hear our national anthem. Look, that Grace Christian team defense going to be coming out in just a moment. I want to take this opportunity to remind you that Grace Christian will be making a long 15-hour ride up to Dyersville, Iowa. That game will be the 23rd of April. Chuck and I are going to make the trip up there, and excited about doing that. Certainly could not do that without our fine sponsors. Our title sponsor in that one is Alexandria Emergency Hospital, and just can't express in words enough what it means that this, and it swelled up very quick. Had a bulldog of a seller out there doing a great job, the tenacity, and she made me promise not to mention who it was. So she knows, and she's listening tonight. So great work out there. Our scoreboard sponsor is Hahn Roofing. Our pregame, and you'll want to be around from that for that. That is going to be an hour-long pregame show, and we'll have a lot of history on the field as well, and that's from Little Boo's Why Not Stop. And then the pitching changes. Anytime there is a pitching change, I don't know if they're going to bring them out of the cornfield or what they're going to do with it, but actually I don't think the corn's going to be growing out there because it's supposed to snow next week. I don't know about that. But the pregame, we said, would be brought to you by that. Pitching changes will be a friend of the program, Chris Klossner, and we appreciate Chris for his support of Grace Christian baseball. Starting lineups will be brought to you, and that's going to be special. We're going to try to do that like they do in the Little League World Series and those things where we have a view of the player on the mound. That's brought to you by Neblet Beard and Arsenault. We appreciate those guys. The post game. Now this is interesting. The post game is going to be brought to you by Matthews Sweet Corn. Matthews Sweet Corn. What better sponsor can you have for a game that's from the cornfields of Iowa than somebody that's got the best sweet corn in the state? And that's Matthews Super Sweet Corn. So we'll tell you more about that throughout. And there's a host of our inning sponsors, and we'll go through there and talk about that. If you still want to get on board, we have the opportunities to send a shout out to your favorite player, so stick around for that. I know Sombreros is on board, Vac Shack is on board. A lot of the friends of the program and family are making it. There's some grandmothers that got together to make sure that all the family members are able to watch that. So we're ready for action. Seth Cook towing the rubber tonight for the Warriors. Leading off for Glenmora is Cameron Parks. Parks stands in there. He will be Cook's counterpart on the hill. Cook's delivery to start things off. And that's in there, strike one. A little bit of a delayed strike call. And from our vantage point, but luckily brought my glasses tonight. Did a game the other night at Louisiana College, Louisiana Christian University, actually. And goodness, couldn't see what was going on. So the 0-1 now, Cook delivers. This one is ground over to third base. That's going to be a base hit as it gets right between Phillip Cole and, or correction, that's Ami and Luke Johnson, and it got between. So Cameron Parks comes up and gets the base hit. Catcher Ben Higginbotham will make his way into the plate, also batting from the right side of it. We'll see Cook move into the stretch. Cook peers over at Parks for a moment, now sets and fires and delivers. This one bounces inside, and that has Parks heading down to second base. He's going to slide in safely as the ball down in the dirt. Good job of Cody Davis blocking that one up. But not before Parks was able to get down into scoring position. So a runner at second, Cole holding him on there. Comes set, peers back, looks now and delivers. That one misses up high. 2 balls, no strikes. Again, Cook peering in, delivering. This one misses outside. Good job of Davis to slide over on that turf that is around home plate. And Cook in danger of getting runners at first and second. That one is in there for strike one. That 3-0 offering most of the time will find its way in there. A lot of the times will do that. Good lead off a second for Parks. Here's the delivery. Parks is off and going to third. Snap throw down to third. It's going to be in time. Oh, and they're calling him safe, and so we're not sure what the umpire was turning around looking for. If you're turning around looking, it gives you the appearance that you're looking for the ball to make sure the third baseman had a great throw by Davis. And Landon Ami was there to receive that throw, but Cameron Parks just off and running. On the pitch, there was a walk, and that got Higginbotham down to first. And now you've got runners at the corners, nobody down, and Bordelon steps in there. He is the second baseman for this Wildcat team. Cook will stare straight in now. Delivers this one up high, misses there. You know, in the last game that we did on Grace, Cook was a little shaky in the first inning, but was able to grind out, get out of there, and stay in the ball game and do his thing. You got to get to Cook early. That one is lifted out into the outfield, coming back where we're at. Center fielder Courtwright's got it in his hand. He's going to come up throwing. That play thought about getting cut, now makes it all the way to the backstop. Parks is going to score, and on the throw, that's going to send Higginbotham in, give a sac fly RBI to Keon Bordelon. And it's 1-0 Glenmora. That scored Parks, who made his way around. They're appealing to see if he left early. And that was the play over at third base. Looked like a good throw from Courtwright, but just pulled Davis off to the left. Now runner at second. Here's the delivery. That one misses up high as well. Delayed call there, then they're giving the strike. 0-1 the count to Thrasher. Cook peers back, now delivers. That one definitely up high. Evens a count at a ball and a strike. One down here, top of the first. Glenmora's already pushed a run across on a sac fly, and on a day that the wind's not blowing like it is, that's in there for a strike. You got to wait, and so we're able to recap a little bit of the play before the strike is called, but it's a ball and 2 strikes. Cook looks back at second, checks the runner there, nobody holding him, and a defensive swing by Thrasher. But a good job of fighting off a pitch that was close. We'll do the 1-2 over again. Cook needs to get a strikeout, and that is his pitch. Here's the delivery. Up high, misses that one. And again, what we'll remind you of is that wind is blowing dead in from the outfield. And so a pitcher that throws high, the ball's going to tail a little bit higher on him. Seth will need to keep the ball down low to keep it from rising up into the hitting zone for these Glenmora Wildcat pitchers. But it's going to go both ways. Parks will face the same thing when he's on the hill for the Warriors. Just offset into right field is where we are. Good vantage point for this one. Wind is gusting from the outfield in. Here's the delivery from Cook. Big hack. And that's going to send Thrasher down on strikes. Strikeout number 1 for Cook, and that is 2 outs in the top of the first. And you will see Hunter Dozot come to the plate, the shortstop for this Wildcat team. Parks did a good job getting on base, making his way around. Cook trying to get out of this first inning jam with just a run scored. And that's, look, got him a couple of batters through it, but Cook is settling in and has that fastball working. 0-1 the count to Dozot. Cook checks back the runner at second, delivers. Gust of wind pushes that ball in there for strike 2. 0-2 count now from Cook coming in. 2 down. Here's a delivery. Runner off and going. Swing and a miss. That's going to end the inning. Runner would have been safe. It looked like, doesn't seem like the ball was controlled. The throw was there, but Glenmora picks up a run in the top half of the first. They leave a runner on base. Due up for the Warriors in the bottom of the first. It's Courtright, it's Johnson, and it is Seth Cook. We'll see about it right after this.
Eagle Federal Credit Union, located on Kent Beauregard in Pineville, is a full-service credit union. We offer an array of products and services, including checking and savings accounts, auto financing, refinancing, mortgages, and financial literacy. And we can help you with all of your financial needs. Visit our website at eaglefederal.org, call the office at 318-641-3017, or come by our local office and meet our staff. Don't forget to ask how we can help you save up to 2% on your auto refinance.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
Back we go to the bottom of the first. Glenmora strikes for an early lead. They were ahead in the game 5-2 before the first Landon Ami grand slam. Got that thing tied back up at 8. And Cameron Parks will be on the hill. We told you he was the pitcher of record for Glenmora the other night, or the pitcher that started the game for Glenmora the other night, and pulled out 55 pitches he had thrown. Got to have a day's rest in between when you throw that amount of pitches here in high school. That wind, I think, is blowing stronger than it was earlier when we got here. That's why I tried to add a little weight in the off season so that I wouldn't blow off the top of the truck. Carson Courtright stands in there. Center fielder for the Warriors has had a fantastic season. Just as emotional of a leader as you'll find on this team. It must have something to do with the family, the number, whatever it is, but very spirited baseball family. You can believe that. That one is in there for strike one. Parks peers in, ready to deliver. Sets back and throws this one. Misses there inside with an off-speed curveball. The Warriors would like to get to Parks early. That ball misses. One of the questions that you come in, is he going to be able to adjust to the mound here at Grace Christian? The Warriors, when they throw off it, they're used to doing that, but opposing pitchers oftentimes have a little bit of trouble adjusting to the mound that's here. Here's a delivery. Courtright pops this one up, and it's going to be foul out of play down the first baseline. 2 balls and a strike now to Courtright. Correction, 2-2, evens the count there with that foul ball. Courtright peers in, Parks ready to deliver. That one misses outside, gets back to the backstop. They'll chase it down. Courtright actually goes back there himself and gets it. That fills the count up. Courtright doing what he needs to do, work the count, get a good quality at-bat in the first at-bat here. Check swing on this one back to Parks. He's going to handle it, run over to first, and toss that one over to Thrasher. 1-3 on the putout if you're scoring at home. Courtright retired, 1-3, but a great at-bat, and that is going to bring Luke Johnson. Will bat from the left side against the righties, can switch over if there is a lefty on the hill. Here's a delivery from Parks. That one right there, strike one. You know, the March winds were one thing we were concerned about, but that's carried off into April as well. You don't normally see this kind of wind here in April. Parks stops in his delivery, steps off, checks out the coaching staff, then settles himself, gets back in. Foul tipped back to the backstop for Johnson. And he's quickly down 0-2. Again, so glad that you are joined along. If you're wherever you are, YouTube or Boxcast or Facebook, thank you for watching another production of 446 Sports. This one is lifted off foul the other direction. You know, our guarantee is that we'll do around 100 games a year. I went back and looked at it, and in the last 6 months since October, we have done 86 broadcasts. And so pumped about that. Looking, one of these years, we'll get to 200. That's for a week. Chuck says, well, slow down a little bit. 200 broadcasts in a year is what our goal is going to be. Well, yes. No balls, 2 strikes. Once again to Johnson. Parks delivers. That one misses outside. A ball and 2 strikes. Now that includes high school football when it rolls around. Of course, we are the leader in high school sports coverage, and glad to bring that to you. Stays back on that curveball, but hit right solidly to the second baseman, and that's Keon Bordelon who pulls that one in. Really only had to move a step or two to get to that one, and quickly 2 up, 2 down, and that's going to bring Seth Cook, Parks' counterpart on the mound, into the game. Here's the delivery from Parks. Throws that curveball and it bends right over. Cook stepped back in that one just a little bit as here's Parks' delivery. That one misses outside. It was just, 2 or 3 games ago, the Country Day University Academy game, Cook was hit 3 times in that one, so you can understand not wanting to wear it. Here's the delivery, 1-1 from Parks. And that's in there for strike 2. Boy, that wind is now whipping right to left as we look in. Swing and a miss, dropped, 3rd strike. Cook's going to hustle down, but the play will be made on the inside there. Score it, dropped, 3rd strike, and 2-3 on the putout. Warriors, no runs, no hits, no errors. They don't score in the bottom of the 1st. After 1 complete, Glenmora is on top 1-0.
The following things are just plain wrong. Pouring coffee into a light socket. Dressing a 300-pound man in a tiny pink Speedo. And hiring an unqualified employee for your business.
Express Employment Professionals in Alexandria is here to assist you in hiring that right employee or helping you find your perfect career. Apply online at expresspros.com/AlexandriaLA.
Back to the burn we go. Glenmora staked to the 1-0 lead. And awaiting the Glenmora batter to make his way in. That is going to be number 12, Hunter Gillespie, the 3rd baseman for this Wildcat team. Where's number 12? Cook rocks, fires, and delivers this one. It's right there for strike 1. And again, the first couple of batters, Cook had to get settled in, and when he did, he's just been owning the strike zone. Pause in that delivery. That one is ripped. Fair ball down right in front of our guy, and you see the camera angle at it there. That's got Cooper court right, finding it tough to get to that foul ball. I mean, for our camera, that fair ball. That one was ripped down just between Landon Ami and the third base bag. And that will bring JT Glenn, the center fielder for this Glenmora team, to the plate. Yep, number 1, JT Glenn stands in there. Cook peering back at Gillespie at second. Delivers this one in there for strike 1. Good pitch, too, and Gillespie just stayed back on it. But that was a solid pitch from Seth Cook that Gillespie took down the right field line. Here's the delivery from Cook, squaring around, faking the bunt, and taking that one for ball 1. Ball and a strike, the count to Glenn. Cook peering in and delivers. This one is bunted. It's bunted out in front of the plate. Davis has it, and he's going to throw that down the right field line. That's going to allow Gillespie to come around and score and send JT Glenn into second base with a stand-up. You'll score that E2. And, again, that is just a tough throw as you throw inside. But the pressure being put on early from this Glenmora team. Landon Locke, the left fielder, number 4, stands in for Glenmora. 2-0, and looking to bunt again. This one comes right in on the hands, and it's going to be fouled back. Good job of throwing that fastball in on the hands of the bunt. That's what you want to do. Make the batter have to get out of the way or pop it up. Cook peers in, looks back at second, now delivers. And that one's in there, strike 2, a ball and 2 strikes to Landon Locke. Landon Locke, the left fielder, hits out of the 8-hole. Here's the Cook delivery. That one swung and fouled off the foot of Locke. Bounces into fair territory, but it is a foul ball. And that will send Locke back to get his bat retrieved and get back in the box. And that's one of the tougher ones. You take it off the instep or the shin, and that's one you remember tomorrow with the seam of the baseball on it. Cook will do the 1-2 over again. Here's the delivery. Swing and a miss. And that's going to retire Locke on strikes. Second strikeout of the afternoon for Cook. And that will bring Landon King, the right fielder, inside the box. First pitch to King, misses up high. Runner out at second is Glenn King, the batter, and Cook looks in. He's got one retired this inning via the strikeout. Again, looking to bunt. That sends Ami crashing. Parker Johnson over, correction, Luke Johnson over to third to cover. And the wind we talked about now where the flag was blowing straight in is more moving from left field to right field. So as you're looking into the field from right to left, Cook steps off as King was not in the box. Really want to get this out because you don't want Parks up there batting with a couple of guys on. Here's the delivery. That one right in there. 2 balls and a strike to King. Again, the bunt is on, missing that one up high. And that's the idea when when the batter squares around the bunt. If you throw it inside where it eats them up or up high in the top half of the zone, if they go up to bunt it, oftentimes it'll pop that bunt up. So throwing that fastball, thinking that King is there. And you know that head coach Aaron West is playing that small ball type of, there's an inside move from Cook, no throw, as it sends Locke back diving into second. Correction, Glenn is back there. Here's a delivery from Cook. Outer half gets the strike. Fills the count up. And let's see Cook throw that fastball right by him here. Here's the delivery. That one is lifted out to right field. Johnson, though, calling it from shortstop in deep, short, shallow right. Had a better shot of getting to that one. And Cooper would have probably had a shot at that one. However, that wind is just knocking anything down that comes out this direction. Now 2 outs, and that's going to bring Cameron Parks up, the pitcher. He scored back in the first inning. 2-0, Glenmora leads here, top 2. There's a delivery, ground ball to third. Ami's got it. He's going to pat the glove and throw it to first, and that'll retire the side. Score it 5-3 on the putout. But not before Glenmora picks up a run. After an inning and a half, the Wildcats lead it 2-0 over the Warriors. We'll be right back.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau Insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
It's the perfect time of year to grab everything you need for your big-time fishing partner. Security Sporting Goods at 2220 Memorial Drive in Alexandria has everything you can think of from Abu Garcia, Lewis Duckett, Zebco, and even Zoom. We even have in stock Old Town kayaks with models like Topwater, Sportsman, and even Vapor. No need to shop anywhere else because Security Sporting Goods has it all. Find us on Facebook or you can contact us at 318-445-6246. Security Sporting Goods. We have everything from camo to ammo.
And we're back. Warriors coming up in the bottom of the second. Canyon Wright will lead things off. Getting ready to go. A lot of great viewers on board today watching throughout. Texas, Arkansas, Tennessee, New York, and Louisiana chiming in today to watch this one. So a big shout out to Nicole. She's up at her dad's in upstate New York. They are watching from there, and that's the Courtright mom. And so she just a big hello out to her that's watching up in New York. Canyon Wright leads off here in the bottom of the second. Big leg kick. Park delivers that one outside for ball 1. That one in there for the strike as it goes right down Main Street, if you will, whatever analogy you want to use for it. Got to be careful with my analogies. I'll tell you why. There, a lot of you missed out on the game last night if you're just watching your team swing and a miss from Canyon. I referred to a curveball as the old Uncle Charlie, and my young intern didn't know what on earth I was talking about. Canyon delivers that pitch fouled back to the press box where normally we are. So using terms that these younger folks don't understand. I know those that grew up on baseball have an understanding of it. Here's Park's delivery. Wright delivers that right back from where it came, and that's going to be the first Warrior base hit. And we've seen Canyon Wright deliver in a lot of situations. Catcher Cody Davis now will stride to the plate, see if the Warriors can get something going. And I'm just counting, see if they can get the bases loaded and get Ami up. He's about 4 or 5 batters down the line. 2 grand slams in that game Tuesday night. 8 RBIs, 2 home runs in that. So congratulations, Landon Ami, for a big-time game. A lot of work to do in this one, though. 2-0 early on. That one from Davis out to third base. They're looking to go to right at second base. They'll get the lead runner as they erase Canyon 5-4 on the putout. Give Cody Davis the fielder's choice. And now Parker Johnson, the senior right fielder, will stride to the plate. Time is called over at first base. as Cody gets settled in. Again, just a reminder, when you hear about the sponsors that are bringing you this, we appreciate if you go out there and tell them how much you thank them. Our sponsor of the month is Jason Hawk Farm Bureau Insurance. That was taken in there for a strike. And can I tell you that we talked about a success story from that last night. We'll get back to that in just a moment here, because that one is lifted up high out to first base. Davis is going to stand where he's at. Second base calls off and is going to make that play. So I told you that my son saved about 50% on his insurance last night by calling Jason Hawk Farm Bureau Insurance. And I've been with another insurance provider for probably 30 years. And so I gave Jason a call today myself. Same thing, saved 50% off of what I was paying on my home and auto. So give Jason Hawk a call if you want to save some money. If you don't want to save money, don't bother calling him. I like that one, Chuck. 2 down, bottom of the second. That one is lifted back and out of play. Philip Cole. And so behind the scenes, we did a video earlier about the behind the scenes, and my score pad, my lineup card just blew off and blew into the fence. Thankfully, Chuck was there to corral that in. Off and going is Davis. He's going to be into second base with the steal there. Good head first slide into second. Now moving down in what they will call scoring position. We'll see if Cole is able to get that run in with a couple outs. Need some 2-out hitting here if you are the Warriors. Glenmora with a good crowd in here, as you knew they would. This has been a rivalry through the years. Swing and a miss from Cole. Two-0 Glenmora lead. They've scored a run in the first, a run in the second. Warriors trying to scratch one out here in the bottom of the second. Parks definitely the ace of this Glenmora squad. There's the delivery, misses low. And that's going to fill the count up at 3-2. Cole standing in there, pretty good at bat, using up a lot of pitches throughout the first couple of innings for Parks. Stares in now and delivers this one. Cole rips that one out to right field, and that's going to be a base hit. We'll see if Davis is sent, and he is. And he's going to go standing up. Philip Cole delivering with a big RBI base hit to right. Great job, young man. And that will bring Landon Ami to the plate. And again, not needing to get one out of the park in this one, just a base hit. We'll move it around, but good job. Both teams have done a great job of manufacturing runs. They've had a base hit, a stolen base, or a bunt, and then an RBI hit. Aggressive base running for both squads. That delivery misses outside from Parks, and Ami stands in there ready to go. Confidence has to be at level 126. Parks delivers that one outside also. Runner at first is Cole. He's got an RBI single in the game. That one misses outside. 3-0 the count, and staying away from Ami. The younger Courtright out on deck, ready to go. Cooper, the Warriors left fielder, looking to get his shot at Parks here in the second. So Philip Cole over at first base. Parks stares into Ami. 3-0 count. That delivery is in there for strike one. So from pitching around to a 3-0 count to leave one in there. But again, ball does not have a chance of getting out of here today. Ami, a big swing at it, misses that one. And Parks has fought back to even the count, to fill the count up at 3-2. Ami needing to get something going to keep this inning alive. That was strike 3, taken on the outside corner. Cole was off and running, as should have been, but that retires the side. The strikeout looking from Ami, but the Warriors pick up a run, and they equal Glenmora in the second, but Glenmora's run in the first has him staked to a 2-1 lead. We'll be right back after this.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
Back to live action we go. Glenmora 2, Grace Christian 1. Ben Higginbotham, the catcher, will stand in there after Parks was retired to end the second. Top of the third we go. Cook peers in and delivers this one. And that hits the batter on the inside. Higginbotham takes that, and he'll be down at first. Third straight inning that Cook has allowed the leadoff runner to reach first. Again, you see what the wind's doing to our camera that's out there, shaking it around. It's blowing it as it's attached to the outfield wall. Bordelon stands in, the second baseman for the Wildcats. 2-1, Glenmora leads in this one. Cook delivers, and that one is ground over to Ami at third. He's going to pick it up in foul territory for strike 1. Bordelon stands in, ready to go. Ball and a strike. Quick throw back to first, not in time. Good work by Chuck switching around the angles. Grateful for that. Peering over at first, as Glenmora has shown they will be aggressive in this game. Good pitch, going to be handled out there at Johnson. He flips over to second. Cole fires to first in time for the double play. And that's, as they say, cliches abound, pitcher's best friend, and it certainly is. Score that 6-4-3 if you're scoring at home. Good job, Luke Johnson, pulling that one in. Cole had to get out of the way at second, but recovers, makes a good throw over to right. Right was not on the base at first, but was able to step back and find it, as those first basemen are taught to. Just look for it with your foot. Big swing to miss, and you folks don't know how lucky you are that it's a one Mike night. JT Thrasher, the first baseman for Glenmora, will bat Cook out of the windup as the runners have been erased with that nifty double play. Definitely what the Warriors needed. Cook peers in now on this one. 1-1 to Thrasher. Foul ball, and could not get that bat out of the way. And, boy, that'll drive a coach crazy when you check your swing or pull back and don't get that bat down. They teach you just to get it down, but as a hitter, man, it's coming in there so quick that ball is. 1-2 delivery from Cook. Getting a couple extra miles per hour on that fastball with that wind that's gusting in, but he pulls the trigger on that. And that is another strikeout for Cook. So no runs for Glenmora in the top of the third. Warriors trail by 1. We'll go to the bottom of the third right after this.
Eagle Federal Credit Union, located on Kent Beauregard in Pineville, is a full-service credit union. We offer an array of products and services, including checking and savings accounts, auto financing, refinancing, mortgages, and financial literacy. And we can help you with all of your financial needs. Visit our website at eaglefederal.org, call the office at 318-641-3017, or come by our local office and meet our staff. Don't forget to ask how we can help you save up to 2% on your auto refinance.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
Back to the burn we go. 2-1, Glenmora has the lead in this one. Cooper Courtright, the Warriors' left fielder, will stand in ready to lead this thing off. Top of the order follows him in Carson and Luke Johnson and Seth. Parks with the delivery. Misses outside, ball 1. That wind is really getting aggressive out here today. That one's in there for a strike, evens the count at 1-1. And you see the poles that hold the lights up are swaying a good bit. Cooper swings, that one fouls it straight back. I was watching the Weather Channel and looking at it today, and it said winds around 15 miles an hour. Looking out at that weather for up in Iowa for that trip on the 24th, as here's the 2-strike delivery, and that's in there. Back-to-back strikeouts looking for Cameron Parks. And that's going to swing it back to the top of the order, and Carson Courtright will stand in there. Snow is projected on Wednesday up in Iowa. Now, still, it's going to be a little bit longer before we get up there. We'll go up there on Thursday the 21st, but I saw that the temperature was high of 50 and low of 38. And look, that trip, that's in play, they're calling it. And they called it a foul. Well, it looked like the official was pointing to the front side of the field, but he calls it a foul. Look, that trip would not be able to be made without our sponsors and our title sponsor, Alexandria Emergency Hospital. We certainly appreciate those folks and what they do. Again, game time is at 2 p.m. from Dyersville, Iowa, the Field of Dreams field. We'll go on live with our pregame at 1 o'clock. Ball and a strike. And that one is right back up the middle. Shortstop's able to glove it at the grass, but no play. That's we'll call that a single. Nearly an infield single, but it just found the grass. So just a solid base hit for Carson Courtright at the top of the order, and Luke Johnson now will stand in there. Warriors trailed 5-2 to Glenmora Tuesday night before they started mounting their comeback. Had to come back a couple of times before eventually winning that one. A couple of grand slams we've told you about from Landon Ami. Carson Courtright, the runner at first. Johnson bats from the left side. Again, just base hits on the ground is what you've got to have. Anything up in the wind will just get knocked down. Curveball taken for a strike, ball and a strike, the count to Luke Johnson. One down in the bottom of the third. Cooper Courtright led off, had a good at-bat, but was struck out looking. Carson Courtright, the base hit, he's over at first. And now the Johnson delivery is up, and that's the one we told you, get knocked down, so it's going to be trouble, and it falls in for a base hit, and that's what we told you about. So if the wind's not blowing like it is, the right fielder has a little bit better shot at it, but that's just a dying duck out there, and that's going to be runners at first and second. See, I don't get to use as many of the cliches in basketball and football as you do in baseball. And before it's over, look, I'm packing away all of my good old baseball cliches for that trip up to Dyersville the end of April. That's the weekend after Easter that we'll make that trip. Courtright at second base. Johnson is over at first. Seth Cook in the batter's box, swinging a miss from Cook. And just as much as it knocks a ball down that's going to the fence, one that would have been going to the right fielder, left fielder gets knocked down as well, and it just died. Timeout called, and Higginbotham will go out and visit with Parks just a little bit. This is the kind of wind I need when I'm playing golf, to have the wind at my back like this if I want to have any chance at any type of long drives. So just an idea. Right, yes. So playing golf in the morning, that's going to be a lot of fun. Two to one, Glenmora has the lead in this one. 0-1 the count to Cook. Parks delivers. That one is slapped out to second base. Good play is going to be made on it. But so you'll score that 4-3 on the putout. And I'm going to tell you this, that saved a run there, did Bordelon diving into the hole, getting that one. Cook really hit that one well. And that will bring Canyon Wright to the plate. Probably as hard as Cook's hit it in a couple of games. Wright, big high leg kick, misses. Ball goes off the dirt and goes to the turf dirt that's there and bounces to the left. Thought Courtright might have had a shot at it. And, man, if you don't read it right away, though, don't go. That's the rule, because you don't want to think about it and then go, because you'll be done, and nobody wants to get that third out at home. Turf it is. It's turf. Durf. Canyon watches that one up high. It's some portion of the top of the strike zone, and it is called a strike. So 2 balls and a strike to Wright. Swing and a miss there from Canyon. He misses that. Evens the count at 2-2, and Parks trying to get out of this jam in the third. Warriors base hit from Wright will score a couple of them, because you know Johnson will be off and running from second. That one taken outside fills the count up. Behind Canyon, you've got Cody Davis. Davis had a base hit early. Here's the delivery from Parks. Check swing and looked like we were off on our count. That will fill the count up now. Full count now, delivery to Wright. Parks, the wind gusting, and that curveball sits in the inside. It does not come back over the plate and allows Wright to get down to first. And I'm telling you, that wind gust right at the time that curveball was coming in there, and it kept that pitch to the inside. Cody Davis, the Warriors catcher, will stand in. He's got a base hit. Warriors looking to do some damage. They've got the bases loaded here with 2 down. Anything that gets Davis to first base gets a run in and ties this thing up. That curveball sinks in nicely, strike 1. You can tell it's going to be a tough pitch. When that wind gusts up like it does, I'm telling you, it gusts up to 20 or 30 miles an hour. Here comes a delivery from Parks. Swing and a miss, an 0-2 now to Davis. And if you're Davis, the approach that you've got is you don't have to do too much. Just put it in play and let the ball work. They are playing Davis back deep on the grass. That one up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down here. We play in the bottom of the third. Warriors have the bases loaded. Cody Davis, the Grace Christian catcher stands in there. Parks peers in from the windup and delivers. And that one is fouled back out over the top and goes back over the press box. So we'll do the 1-2 all over again. Flag going back in now straight from center. That one, a check swing. Catcher's going to come out. No, that's Parks, who comes all the way from the mound and catches that near the fence to retire the side. Warriors leave them loaded in the bottom of the third. After 3 completed, it's Glenmora 2, Grace Christian 1.
The following things are just plain wrong. Pouring coffee into a light socket. Dressing a 300-pound man in a tiny pink Speedo. And hiring an unqualified employee for your business.
Express Employment Professionals in Alexandria is here to assist you in hiring that right employee or helping you find your perfect career. Apply online at expresspros.com/AlexandriaLA.
We're back to the burn. And look, a big shout out. We said hello to Nicole, who was up in New York. Angel Kerrigan is watching down in New Orleans. And it's big a shock to anybody at all that follows our broadcast and has followed the Warriors through the years. My man Keith Stokes is on Facebook now, and he's watching from Grand Isle. And let me tell you, when I saw a friend request from Keith Stokes on Facebook, I thought the man had been hacked. But how can you be hacked if you've never had a Facebook account? But all of those, just my good buddy, we've got a lot of road miles together up and down the highways following these Warriors through the years. It's just great to see that he's in there watching. So a big shout out to Keith Stokes. Here we go, top of the 4th. And getting things set, that is Hunter Dozot, the shortstop, stands in there ready to go. And you see the dirt blowing in. There's no dirt around the plate, so you know that wind is gusting because it comes from the infield. That one misses low, ball 1. This is the battle that we knew that it would be. The wind and 2 great pitchers that are on the hill. Parks and Cook going at each other doing battle. Cook now 2-0 to Dozot. Here's the delivery. And that one's in there for a strike. 2 balls and a strike. You hear the wind and it is blowing. That's a swing and a miss. That one is fouled back to where the Grace fans are bundled up along that first base side. You know, we're used to this type of weather back February and March, but April, it's normally has laid down just a little bit. None of that happening. Cook stands in ready to go, 2-2. Here is his delivery. Grounded right up the middle. Johnson's got it, gathers himself and fires just in time. Made that a little bit closer than he needed to, but had to double pump one time to make sure that he secured the baseball. But a strong arm as anybody that you've got, just following that tradition of very solid shortstops to come out of Grace Christian. Hunter Gillespie, third baseman for the Wildcats, will stand in there. Curveball doesn't quite come down out of the roof of the strike zone. Good pitch by Cook, but just misses up high. Ball and no strikes. That one now the other side of The strike zone misses down low. Gillespie ahead 2-0 in the count. Cook really working quickly in this one. He gets the ball back, stands in, peers in, and gets going. We made mention of that in that UA game that they played in. He throws that one in the bottom. And look, that may have been one of those, hey, I'm taking off before you call it strikes, because the officials we know don't like it if you take off running before they make the call. And now just like that, Cook has filled the count up at 3-2. Look, it is a game of inches, I'll tell you. Cook delivers the payoff pitch. That one's going to be in there for a called third strike. And what a change of an at-bat from that ball that Gillespie thought was low in ball 4. 3-0 count. He takes down low. It's called a strike, and he's called back in there. And 2 quick strikes later, and Cook has another strikeout. J.T. Glenn, the Wildcat center fielder, will stand in with 2 down. And Josh Brown now going out to have a conference. And not sure, but he's going to turn this around and go out and talk to Cook. There you see the mound visit. Great work by Jack Yonker. And I tell you, so Jack has joined us. If you're familiar, Jack is going to be a junior at Ash. He is a sophomore this year, and young entrepreneur and businessman and worker, and has got him a Twitter channel over there, Twitter going on, Jackton a Fool, which is great, but does highlights and does different things like that. So we reached out to him and said, hey, look, we'd love to have you come out and do some highlight reel stuff for us, learn the intricacies of the broadcasts. And the one thing he learned from last night was to bring a hoodie with him, and he's done that tonight. So we certainly appreciate the work of Jack Yonker, and I told him that I would not call him by his brother's name tonight. I did a couple of times yesterday, but we've righted that ship and won't do it. Long conversation there on the mound. J.T. Glenn will stand in, as we said. Great job on camera 4 over there for Jack. Cook sets and fires, ready to deliver. Ducking under that one is Glenn, and he'll take that up high, ball 1. Cook's delivery misses outside, now 2-0. Cook seems to be at his best tonight when he gets a couple of 2 or 3 ball count on there, and then he comes back firing strikes, and he's done it right there, 2-1. One of the longer conversations that we've seen from Brown, that one nobody on. Ground ball up to Ami, knocks it down, got a fire, gonna be too late, and that would have been one that you want to hang on to, and instead he throws it down the right field line, and that's going to get J.T. Glenn in to second base. When you bobble one around that much, it's best most times just to hang on to it. Landon Locke, the left fielder for Glenmora, will stand in. Parker Johnson, the right fielder for the Warriors, had to track that one down and get it back in, but again, it got J.T. Glenn out to second base. Now here's the delivery from Cook. Fly ball out to court right in center field, but he's money from the 8 position, and he gets that one. 3 down for Glenmora in the top of the 4th. They strand a base runner. After 3.5, it remains Glenmora 2, Grace Christian 1.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
It's the perfect time of year to grab everything you need for your big-time fishing partner. Security Sporting Goods at 2220 Memorial Drive in Alexandria has everything you can think of from Abu Garcia, Lewis Duckett, Zebco, and even Zoom. We even have in stock Old Town kayaks with models like Topwater, Sportsman, and even Vapor. No need to shop anywhere else because Security Sporting Goods has it all. Find us on Facebook or you can contact us at 318-445-6246. Security Sporting Goods. We have everything from camo to ammo.
Big shout out to some folks watching from our Facebook feed. Nikki Wright is watching. David Lana Deer, his wife Barbara, and he are watching this one with Nicole from New Berlin, New York, watching their grandsons play. And we appreciate you guys watching as much as you're enjoying this broadcast. Thank you so much for that. Warriors set to get things going here, bottom of the fourth, and you, again, you don't see it on camera, but Chuck must have went and got a parka out of there. He's so bundled up. Speaking of that, Parker Johnson leads off here, and you saw what I did there, Chuck. Bottom of the fourth, 1 ball, 1 strike. Had one comment on our Boxcast chat, and if you're watching through Boxcast, don't forget you can join the chat from there. We check it throughout the game. That one is a strike. Asking where Chuck was last night and his jokes. Of course, that was from Mike Marlar, and well, anyway, there's the delivery. Swung on and missed, and down on strikes is Parker Johnson. Philip Cole will now come in. Philip Cole had that RBI single, responsible for the 1 run. Philip Cole stands in, ready to go. That one misses inside. And look, we know that our Facebook a lot of times will auto-caption what we say, and bless its heart when I'm on the microphone. That one misses up high to Cole. Right down the pipe as 2-0, and he was taking all the way on that one. Look, just been a long history of covering baseball here. 3 balls, 1 strike to Cole. And the folks that have been around that time. That one from Cole is pushed over the right, and Nicole, I can't get in the middle of who's the favorite daughter up there. That's on you guys. I'm gonna leave that one alone. A lot of our comments will respond to, but we won't get in the middle of that, Nicole, and you can't make me do it. Cole watches this one, and that is 3 strikeouts by Parks on Warrior batters that have watched that 3rd strike come along. Quickly 2 down for the Warriors, and that's going to bring Landon Ami. That one misses outside, bounces around, and you saw that most of the pitches to Ami stayed on the outer half of that plate, way away from Ami's wheelhouse after the display he put on with the bat on Tuesday night out at Glenmora. There's the delivery from Parks. That one drops right into the strike zone, ball and a strike. I think the wind has died down a little bit. It's only gusting to 30 right now where we're at. Swing and a miss from Ami. Misses that one, big hack at it. Look, I'm going to tell you, that's not the swing to take. You're looking around and seeing the trees, and they're big, majestic trees. That one misses outside, and they're bending and waving through this. Had to get high off that perch that I was on and drop down out into a safe zone. That one fouled back by Ami. So again, whichever format that you're watching on, we appreciate it. Heard from Deb Collins, she's a grandmother, and that's the 4th strikeout looking. We'll get to that, but a big shout out to Deb Collins and that family that are watching. She said there was a group of 5 of them that are watching us. She's going to watch the Warriors come back. Speaking of 5, in the top of the 5th or the bottom of the 5th, the Warriors will do it. We're going to move to the 5th. 4 complete, 2-1 Glenmora.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
Back to the burn we go. 2-1 top of the 5th. Cook and Parks locked up in a battle here. Landon King, number 25, stands in. He is the right fielder batting in the 9 hole, which means the dangerous Cameron Parks is out on deck. Here's a delivery from Cook. Misses that one up high. 1 ball and a strike now to King. Cook rears back and delivers this one. Cook very solid on the hill. Started the season out with 17 strikeouts in 1 game. That was just a tremendous performance. Missing up high in the zone the last couple of trips up, but again, I attributed that wind pushed that up. He likes to stay upper half of the zone, and that wind is pushing that ball up and out of it. That one is in there for the strike. Fills the count up. So just like that, you turn around and it's a full count. Cook's right where he wants to be. Misses that one down low, though, and that sends the leadoff runner back to first base with Cameron Parks stepping in. Parks walked, scored a run back in the 1st, and is on the hill and has limited these Warriors to just 1. A lot of baseball to go. There's a delivery. Parks lays down a bunt. Looked like it hit him, and that's what they're going to call. They're going to call that it hit Parks, and if that's the case, he's going to be out. The official from the field came out and called that right away. Now, if the ball hit him in foul territory, it's a foul. But if it got him out in the field of play, and that's what the official called that is in that was out in the C position, I guess is what they'll call it. Good camera work, as it's on it right now. You'll be the first one to know about it. But he called it right away. And they're calling a foul ball, said that it hit him while he was in the box. And Josh Brown's going to come out, and he's going to want to get himself a little bit of conversation about it. His take is that it hit Parks in the field of play. Pointing to where it was. And still continuing to have a little bit more of the home plate official. But all of that to say, strike 1. So Park stands in there, ready to go. Cook 0-1, nobody down. Runner over at first is King. He reads via the base on balls. Here's the delivery from Cook, up high, tries to throw that curveball around the bat of Parks, who had it out, but was able to pull it back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cook stands and delivers, bounces this one up there, and it's going to go over the backstop. Will be a dead ball, and the runner will be issued second base on a break for the Warriors as he just gets second base on that. All this to go back to the fact that depending on where that ball was, and Coach West for Glenmora goes out and he says, hey, my guy should get the base he was going to. He was off and running on that. Should get the base he was going to and an additional base since it bounced out of play, but nothing doing there. Landon King remains out at second base. 2 balls and a strike to Parks. That controversial first strike of where did it hit him, in the field of play or in the batter's box? It was ruled in the batter's box and called a foul ball. Cook delivers this one upper half, and it's in there for a strike. That's where Cook likes to live with that curveball. 2 balls, 2 strikes from Seth. Stares in. Again, Cook likes to work rapidly on the hill. Checks back the runner at second a couple of times and delivers this one just too high. And again, another batter with a full count on him. You'd like to keep Parks off the base paths here. Cook delivers. That one too high. And runners now at first and second for the catcher, Ben Higginbotham. You see down in the corner your scoreboard and where the runners are. We'll have our sponsor up for that next week. Now the bunt is on again and taken off a delayed steal, and the ball gets out into right field or to left field. And just so if you're following along there on that bunt, Landon Ami was charging and Johnson was late getting over, so King took off heading to third base. Well, the throw was late and got out to left field where Cooper was, and that allowed King to go around and score the 3rd run of the day. Still nobody out and a runner out at second. Again, the bunt is coming up and fielding that is Ami. Double clutches, but this time does secure it and gets the throw over to right. Sacrifice completed by Bordelon, and that pushes Parks over to third base for just the first out of the inning. Keon Bordelon, the second baseman for the Wildcats team, batting in the 3-hole, stands in there ready to go. Cook rears back, delivers this one. Misses outside. No, that curveball is in the strike, and I'm telling you, Cook was ready to pitch again before the official called that strike, but it is no balls, 1 strike. Bounces in, that'll even the count at a ball and a strike. But I'm telling you, Seth had the ball back in his hands when the official called that strike. Cook peering in now, parks the runner on at third. Here's the delivery. Ground foul back to the backstop. And so much for that wind laying down, as I had mentioned earlier, and down to 25 to 30. It's back up to 35 to 40. It's got to be. And it is. They corrected on the scoreboard here. We had it right for you. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Because I'm telling you, it was how late that first strike was called. Cook had the ball back in his hands before the strike was called. That one ground up the middle. Cook's got it. There's going to be a play at the plate. Great job fielding that one. Now they've got the runner in a rundown. Cody Davis dives at Parks and is going to get him out. Great work by Seth Cook to field, look the runner back. Parks was off on contact, sort of a delayed squeeze, if you will. And so that's going to put Bordelon over at first base. He'll reach officially. They'll call that a fielder's choice. But score that 1-2 on the putout as Cody Davis just chased down Cameron Parks, full gear and all, and applied the tag. Great work there. Now standing in, J.T. Thrasher bats from the left side. A run in for Glenmora, but The Warriors on the verge of getting out of this one just with the 1 run scored top of the 5th. One ball, no strike delivery. That one misses inside also. Let's do baseball, we said. It's great to get outside. Snap throw over to first, not in time. So you see on that view that's on your screen right now, that is what the wind's doing to our camera that I'm telling you is locked down. You see the official's pants leg blowing there. That one right down the middle for the strike. So I'm telling you that the official's calling that strike. Cook's already got the ball back before the motion is made. 2 balls and a strike to Thrasher. That one is bounced out to Ami. He's got to bobble it around, and he throws this one wide of first. Quickly getting the ball back in is Parker Johnson. And, you know, there's got to be a point when you bobble that around, just hang on to it. And look, Luke Johnson going over and saying, hey, shake that off. Let's just keep it right here where it's at. But now you've got runners at second and third with 2 down. Best served when you bobble that around just to hang on to it. Hunter Dozot, the shortstop for Glenmora, stands in. Curveball in there, strike 1. Glenmora with a run in the first, a run in the second, now 1 here in the 5th. Strike called there, nothing in 2. The Warriors with a lone run in the bottom of the 2nd. Trail this one 3-1, top 5. Here's a delivery from Cook. Down low, misses that. Good save by Davis to keep it from going to the backstop. Dozot down 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 down, top of the 5th. Defense really playing straight away for Dozot. Cook looks in and delivers this one. Bounces it. But again, Davis makes a good stop. Don't think that the runner at third is going to be able to score on a passed ball from here. That ball gets back on the catcher quick if it bounces off of that wall. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Top of the 5th, 2-run lead for Glenmora. Warriors came back a couple of times on Tuesday night at the Wildcats home park. Cook looking in, wanting to keep it right here. He delivers the 1-2. Outside the top of the strike zone, fills the count up. Payoff pitch lifted. Cody gives chase just a little bit, but that ball is going to find its way out past the green windscreen that surrounds the field here. And we'll redo the payoff pitch. Hunter Dozot, the 5-hole hitter for Glenmora, facing off against Seth. And that one is driven out into left field. Courtwright's going to come up. He's got a man going home. Got to fire. There's a play at the plate. In time, and big time throw by Cooper Courtwright. And the first one over there to give some love is big brother Carson Courtwright. Upstate New York, let me hear you on that big time play. The first run does score. So 2 runs in the top of the 5th for Glenmora. Going to the bottom of the 5th, Warriors trail 4-1. We'll be right back.
Eagle Federal Credit Union, located on Camp Beauregard in Pineville, is a full-service credit union. We offer an array of products and services, including checking and savings accounts, auto financing, refinancing, mortgages, and financial literacy. And we can help you with all of your financial needs. Visit our website at eaglefederal.org, call the office at 318-641-3017, or come by our local office and meet our staff. Don't forget to ask how we can help you save up to 2% on your auto refinance.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
Back live and ready to go, and time again, and this is not cliche, this is just baseball at its finest. Young man that makes a big play to end an inning leads off the next one, and that's the case here as Cooper Courtright will stand in ready to go. What a big-time play coming up throwing from that left field position to end things for Glenmora. And Parks in there with that strike. Yeah, I got to believe the comments will come in from upstate New York following that play. And promptly, he goes back and gets a base hit, and having a career night himself is Cooper Courtright, who goes in there and gets that base hit. Look, I'm telling you, baseball is such a funny sport. How often does the young man, and the young man just an 8th grader that's getting the start, so he's got a great career here at Grace ahead of him, makes a big-time throw, and then promptly comes back up and gets a base hit in front of Brother Carson. Indeed it is. Chuck let me know it's a game of runs. No, that's basketball, but I like the way you think. So, yeah, the folks up and around watching that one got to see a good one. And, yes, that'll be on our highlight tape. Carson takes that one in there for a strike and a ball and a strike, the count to the bigger brother. And you love this. Cooper, the younger brother, standing in there giving tips to the older brother, saying, come on now. Parks delivers this one, and faking the bunt, squaring around was Carson. Parks in his 5th inning of work here against the Warriors. This is where the Warriors had a grand slam on Tuesday night to tie things up. Swing and a miss from Courtright. And that's 2 balls, 2 strikes. A lot of folks on over our 3 platforms tonight watching this one. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody down. Cooper over at first, and that one is just fought off to stay foul and keep the count alive.
What do you call a chicken at North Pole?
Not able to get, he doesn't have a microphone, so now they're going to put a courtesy runner in out at first base, and that should be Kurtz. We'll have to look and see. Correction, that's Greer, Braden Greer out at second base. That is running for Courtright. Yep, over at first base he's running. That one hits. Oh, they're going to say it was a foul. Yeah, that it did. Taking the base, and that's going to get Courtright down to first, and West will come out and question what exactly the call was. It looked like the noise you heard was that ball hitting the official. We'll go back to the instant replay. Oh, no, I don't guess we will we, Chuck? Not today, but it's coming. Going to take the drone with us up to Iowa. Did you guys know that? The drone will come to us in Iowa. Can't do it during the game, but I'm telling you, you're going to want to tune in for the pregame show that is on there. It will be an hour long. Most of the time, our pregame show is about 10 to 15 minutes. The official took that one, must have taken it right off the chops on that. It hits that mask, and the mask is a great protector, but it does bang back into you. So trying to gather himself just a little bit, and does. It's great to see that. So Greer on to run for the younger Courtright. He is out at second base. Carson over at first following that hit by pitch. And now Luke Johnson will stand in, the Warriors shortstop, to face Parks. And the question was, Parks threw a lot of pitches on Tuesday night, how he would be in this one on just a day's rest, getting up around the 55 pitch mark. Johnson turns on that one, drives it to first base, trying to get the double play out at second base. But first is safe. So fielder's choice for Johnson. Courtright out at second base on the play up the middle, unable to get the double play. And now Greer 90 feet away, 4-1 in this one still. Seth Cook now stands in ready to go, and West will come out and speak with Parks. Have to go back and read the comments later because there was that sibling rivalry was heating up on our Facebook page. So I'll have to go back and read some comments about that. Love that family. They always around the ballpark. But by the time that they leave, they will have been at Grace for 16 years. The Courtrights will have been here. So I just suggested they needed to get a couple of more in pre-K and stay longer. And I won't give you the responses on that. Right. One down in this one, West out talking to his pitcher, getting him settled down. One down, runner at third is Greer. He came in to run for Cooper. Parker Johnson, the runner on at first. He reached via the fielder's choice that retired Courtright at second. Now Park stands in to face Cook. Cook lines this one to third. It's going to bounce around, trying to get the man at home, and they will get Greer. Greer goes in, and he is out at home, doesn't slide. And Warriors making outs on the bases that really need to take care of. So you've got a runner down at second is Parker Johnson. Give Cook first base on a fielder's choice, and Canyon right up with an opportunity to get the Warriors a little bit closer. That wind gusting in, though. Don't think it's going to be via the long ball here. That one in there for strike one. Parks peers in, delivers again to right. That one misses low. You know, they could be just getting everyone ready for the type of weather that's coming in Iowa, because you got to believe it's going to be like this when we make that long trek up north. Don't even know how to get there. I just know we're going north. That one right down the pipe, a ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. So the Warriors had a big shot at an inning, and now they're going to need some 2-strike, 2-out hitting in the 5th to take advantage of this great start. That one just misses on the outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. But Canyon Wright has come through over and over for this Warrior team. Again, one of the young players on this Warrior team. Future bright for Grace Christian. Bounces in there, reading the ball, and now off to third base. Reading it correctly was Luke Johnson. Luke finds himself at third. Coming in to second is Cook, and read that about as well as you could. And now a Canyon Wright base hit would score a couple. Full count coming from Cameron Parks to Canyon Wright. That one misses low, and that's going to load the bases up for Cody Davis. Cody Davis will take a moment to get the shin guards off and make his way up to the batter's box. Bottom of the 5th we go. The Warriors trail by 3, 4-1 in this one. Cam Parks has pitched to Jim Glenmora has been able to scratch out a run in the first, one in the second, two in the top of the fifth. So it was every bit the pitching performance that we had expected between these two competitors. And now the Warriors need to take advantage. Strike one, curveball drops right in from Parks. You see in the bottom corner of your screen, the bases are full of Warriors. Parks, the 0-1, throws that one down low, evens the count of ball to strike. Anything now that gets Davis to first base plates a run. Hit by pitch, base hit, anything that gets him there will do it. Here's the delivery. That one in there, strike two. Warriors have watched a lot of pitches tonight. Cody's got to do whatever he can to put this in play. This one lifted high. Center field camping under it, though. Wynn grabs that and throws it back into the glove of the center fielder. That would have been a majestic shot out of here, but the wind, that just shows you what that 86-mile-an-hour wind will do coming in from center field. Warriors fail to score. They leave the bases loaded after 5. It is Glenmora 4, Grace Christian 1.
The following things are just plain wrong. Pouring coffee into a light socket. Dressing a 300-pound man in a tiny pink Speedo. And hiring an unqualified employee for your business.
Express Employment Professionals in Alexandria is here to assist you in hiring that right employee or helping you find your perfect career. Apply online at expresspros.com/AlexandriaLA.
Back to the burn we go. You see the score there, 4-1, Glenmora with the lead. And Luke Nugent giving us a big shout out and a go Warriors to all his Warrior family. He is from the Atlantic coast of Guyana, South America. So we told you we're around the globe in this. And couldn't do it without you guys that are watching along. We did I tell you we're 5 states away from being in all 50 of them. It's Alaska, Idaho, South Dakota. We've had a watcher from North Dakota, South Dakota, New Mexico, and Vermont. That's what I say. That one a swing and a miss. We'll get that Glenmora batter for you just momentarily. There it is. That is Hunter Gillespie. And Hunter Gillespie puts this one out into the gap. It's going to make it all the way to the fence, and Gillespie is on his way into second. He's going to be there with a stand-up double. And Gillespie really put a charge in that one. Warriors are going to need some late-inning heroics. We sit in the top of the 6th. Glenmora with a 4-1 lead. Gillespie with a leadoff double. Cole flashing in there at second allows Luke to drift off into his normal shortstop role, playing straight away. You see him on your screen there. That one taken low, but a strike, nothing in 1 the count. Looking back in at second, now the delivery. That bunt is there, hard charging. Only play is over at first, and Ami will come up and make that one. So it's been small ball the entire way. As we talked about in the pregame on this, that it is just that windy. You saw the ball that Cody Davis hit just hit a brick wall. That was J.T. Glenn that had the bunt and the sacrifice. Landon Locke now, the left fielder for this Glenmora team, stands in there and takes strike one. 0-1. The count, swing and a miss. And Locke quickly down 0-2. Cook needing to get through this inning and get his Warrior batters back up there quick. They seem to be swinging the bat well against Parks here in that last inning, unable to get anything across. Inside, and an 0-2 pitch hits Locke on the knee. So now you'll have Locke at first. Gillespie is at third. And Landon King will come into bat. We believe. Taking a little bit of time. Yep, that is. Here comes Landon King. Yeah, you see and that's not a camera. That is a camera that is locked securely on the fence. Right. This is Landon King that stands in there, and look for him to possibly be thinking about a squeeze bunt. Infield, middle infielders at double play depth. They're in on the corners, and Cook thinks about going to first and gets Locke diving back in to first. Locke there safely. Not thinking that Glenmora won't try to lay down the squeeze bunt here. And here comes a little bit of a safety squeeze. That one is in there for the strike, 0-1. Difference between the safety squeeze and the squeeze. The squeeze, that runner from third is going, and the batter, no matter what, has to get the ball down. Third to first, thinking about that. Warriors got a run of the in one of the games that we did on that this year. And the safety squeeze is the runner from third takes off after the bunt is laid down. So that more of the safety squeeze. And Cody Davis sitting back to call his infield in, and he'll get Josh Brown out of the dugout. And that gets many meetings going on. We are going to have Josh Brown mic'd up in Iowa. And so that should be, let me see if I can find the correct word for it, entertaining. Let's go with entertaining on that. Although we're not going to mic him up for his post-game speech. Those tend to go on into the evening. I say that purely in jest, but all of those, somewhere, somebody that's watching is chuckling because they know exactly to which I refer. Top of the sixth, Glenmora with a 4-1 lead. Warriors need to keep it right here. If you are looking ahead in the bottom of the sixth, you're going to have Parker Johnson, Phillip Cole, and Landon Ami standing there before Cooper Cartwright comes up. Cartwright had a throw out from left field just right on the money to get the Glenmora runner. Came up then, had a base hit to start off the fifth. Greer came in to run for him, was stranded at third along with two other Warriors. The meeting of the minds is over on both sides of it. And back to work with an 0-1 count goes Cook. That bunt laid down 0-2 down the right side foul line between home plate and first. And now 0-2. But we've seen, don't think that they'll pull that bunt sign off. You know that they work on this, as do the Warriors, day in and day out. Here's the delivery from Cook. That one is lifted center field. Courtwright's got it. We'll see if we can have the daily double. No, there won't be another Courtwright shootout from center field this time. And you saw Cooper look over at him, like, come on, throw the ball. You can't be fun at the old ballpark. That's two down there and a good, safe piece of base running in front of Cameron Parks, because you certainly wanted Parks, who is the leadoff hitter for Glenmora, to get back in there. Seth doing a great job of keeping this thing close, just 4-1, giving his Warriors a chance to get the bats back going. Falling down was Parks, and that may cost him. They go to the short to second base for the easy, quick out right there. But Parks will have to keep an eye on that. He slipped coming out of the batter's box. We go to the bottom of the sixth. Warriors trail 4-1. We'll be right back.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
It's the perfect time of year to grab everything you need for your big-time fishing partner. Security Sporting Goods at 2220 Memorial Drive in Alexandria has everything you can think of from Abu Garcia, Lewis Duckett, Zebco, and even Zoom. We even have in stock Old Town kayaks with models like Topwater, Sportsman, and even Vapor. No need to shop anywhere else because Security Sporting Goods has it all. Find us on Facebook or you can contact us at 318-445-6246. Security Sporting Goods. We have everything from camo to ammo.
Back to a blustery Merrill Blackburn field here on England Air Park. Parks out for his sixth inning of work. He and Cook have just been locked in a battle. Glenmora with a 4-1 lead in this one. The Warriors have stranded a ton of base runners here, just looking for that big run to come through. You're going to see the senior right fielder, Parker Johnson, lead things off, we think. Yep, he is, Johnson making his way to the batter's box. Ladner off to coach at first base. Josh Brown out in the third base box, and we're ready to go. Right? That one, and we talked about it last night. You go out to Menard, and Chuck is on the PA. So one of the things that we do, one of our other side gigs, is to record batter intros and put it with the walk-up music. So if there's an interest in that for your team, that one drops in there for a strike, 0-2. We've on the PA here, the announcements, and over at Menard. So grateful for those two teams to allow us to do that. And Tioga softball as well, that's right. That one inside. Speaking of Tioga softball, we will catch that game Monday as they travel to the Eagles Nest to face the Lady Eagles. That game is Monday night, we believe a 6 p.m. start, but follow us wherever you're watching from tonight. That one is Twisted Foul. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Boxcast, or you're on Facebook, make sure you hit that follow button, not just the like, but hit the follow, and it'll come up whenever we're on there. On YouTube, you'll have to subscribe. Went through 100 subscribers and doesn't really do a whole lot for anything, and that's okay, but it allows us to personalize our channel. So instead of that 2,700-digit number that you have behind your channel on YouTube, we are now youtube.com/C/446 sports. I guess the C means channel. I don't know. Next stop, 200 subscribers. Here's the delivery from Parks, the 1-2 to Johnson. That one is going to be in there for strike three. Yeah, that's the fourth backwards K tonight. Backwards K in the scorebook means it's a strikeout looking. Philip Cole will stand in, the Warriors' second baseman. Cole's got the only RBI of the night. All the way back in the second inning. Takes that Parks delivery for strike one. That curveball drops off the table and into the catcher's mitt. Strike two, 0-2. And Parks looks like now he's getting a little bit stronger come this sixth inning. Right back up the middle, second baseman's got it. He's going to throw over to first in time, and Cole is retired 4-3 on the putout. Landon On Me will come in. He was the hero Tuesday night had a 5th inning grand slam and had a 6th inning grand slam. And unable to certainly do that tonight, bases empty. But that and if you were on the beach, there'd be one of those red flags up saying don't go in the water with the winds like they are. I won't say they're hurricane force winds, but I'd believe they're tropical storm force. Swing and a miss from Ami, and that evens the count at a ball and a strike. That one grounded back to Parks. Ami's going to have to hustle. Parks on the putout. Score at 1-3, and that retires the side in the bottom of the 6th. 3 up, 3 down. We move to the top of the 7th. Glenmora on top, 4-1. We'll be right back.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
Back to action here at the Burn, getting settled in and ready to go in the top of the 7th. And Cook bounces the first one up there. That is Ben Higginbotham, the catcher for Glenmora, that stands in there as Parks hit into what would have been the fielder's choice. They took the way out at second base. Either way, Parks would have been retired. Big swing and a miss from Higginbotham, and that evens the count at a ball and a strike. Again, we've got the Warriors back here Tuesday night, asterisk weather permitting, as it looks like the weather's supposed to be in. Cook's pitch misses outside, 2 balls and a strike. Higginbotham stands in there ready to go. And this one is ripped out to right field. And Johnson can't see it, and it goes over his head. And that's going to send Higginbotham into second. He's looking at third, but the ball comes back in. And you saw Parker out in right field. And, look, I'm telling you, that is just a lonely, lonely feeling when you don't see the ball. You know it's coming your way. You throw your hands up and just like, I don't know where it's at. And so, again, the leadoff man is on for Glenmora. Keon Bordelon, the second baseman, had a big play back in the 5th that saved a run. Curveball from Cook misses outside. That one misses down low. There's something to be said about press box, Chuck. 2 balls, no strikes, nobody down. Top of the 7th. Warriors got to hold them right here and come up with a little magic in the bottom. That one misses. 3-0 count to Bordelon. And here's the 3-0's taken in there for a strike. 4-1, Glenmora leads this. They scored 1 in each of the first 2 innings. And there's another one way back. Johnson having to track that down, and it just goes foul. So 2 big base hits, or 2 big hits to the right side of the field. And that's that curveball, it looks like, that's drifting out, and Glenmora staying on the outer half of it. You'd like to see maybe Seth drop this one inside. Runner is at second. That's Higginbotham. That one's inside, but just too much inside. That's right where Cook needed to be with that one and just missed. Thought he had that one. First two runners on board, first and second, and that's going to get Thrasher, JT Thrasher, to the plate, the Wildcat first baseman who hits from the left side. Wright will come up to field the bunt. He's crashing from first, so no holding on to the runner. Wouldn't be doing it anyway. That one misses low. Good block out in front by Davis as he pushes the ball down the line towards third base. Kept the runners at first and second. Warriors have got to hold that lead right here. Keep it under 3 runs, or keep it 3 runs. That bunt straight to foul territory. It's almost like he was trying to drag bunt and pulled that one foul with him, did Thrasher. Ball and a strike. 2 balls and a strike. Runners there at first and second. Again, the bunt's on a defensive one. Wright's got it now. He's going to third base. Big time play, Kenyon Wright over at first to get the lead runner out at first. That was Higginbotham, retired, and Thrasher will reach on a fielder's choice. First out, score it 3-5 on the putout. Runners stay at first and second. Hunter Dozot will stride in for the Wildcats. Cook delivers this one, swung on and missed, nothing in one. Cook is so successful when he gets that first strike in there and throws from ahead in the count. Boy, what a play by Kenyon over there at first base. Charging, knew right where he was going with it. That one up high, misses, and they're allowing them to duck under those high strikes, so the strike zone doesn't finish where it starts. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 down. Warriors trail 4-1, top of the 7th. Big bending curveball. It misses up high also, 2 balls and a strike. Yes, Ami standing in there solidly and making the play at third. That one grounded back to Cook. He has to stutter step around. Thought he had a chance at a double play, but just a quick comebacker to Cook, and he fields his position very well, and it's 2 down. So Dozot retired at first, and that's going to bring Gillespie back up. Last time Gillespie was up, he hammered the ball to the gap. A curveball. We'll wait till the ball gets back to Cook to see what the call is. It's a ball outside. Here's the delivery, 1-0 from Cook. That misses. Great job by Davis to hold on to that one. Again, don't think that Bordelon would have scored from third on the pass ball, as there's not much of a lead there. That one up high. And I don't know so much as Cook not wanting to get one in there to Gillespie, who, again, hit it hard all 3 times that he's been up tonight. 3-0 count. You're talking about JT Glenn, who is standing on deck for this Wildcat team. Don't expect that Gillespie's going to get one to hit with first base open. And that misses inside. It's off of second base. Snap throw down, and that could cost a run. There's a shot. There's Courtwright again. Will there be 2? Oh, the ball gets away, and Glenmora is going to snatch a run away right there as leading off of second base. Wow, and that drew the throw in. The throw gets away from Johnson, And Courtright unable to get the throw, gets it, very good shot at it. And not sure what the discussion is out at home, but if it's an interference or what it is, but they're going to bring in the field official and have a little bit of a discussion to whether that fifth run indeed scores or not. Good job on the camera work again by Jack. So very pivotal here. This could possibly end the inning or continue it on based on the outcome of this discussion. And they've been having it for a while. And that leads you to believe they're discussing, say, okay, what did you see and what's the rule here? You know, when one is definite on what he saw, they'll come up and they will call right away. And these meetings won't last very long. When there's a discussion here, you think there may be an opportunity at a reversal. Good to see these guys getting it right. And that's all that you ask, is that they get together, they discuss it, they wrap it up a little, as cold as it is. But nothing is going to come out of that. Run scores 5-1. And that's going to bring a pitching change for the Warriors. Landon Ami looks like he'll come out there. And so yeah, the Landon Ami comes out to see if he can get the final out. We're going to take a break with him. We'll be right back in 30 seconds.
Eagle Federal Credit Union, located on Camp Beauregard in Pineville, is a full-service credit union. We offer an array of products and services, including checking and savings accounts, auto financing, refinancing, mortgages, and financial literacy. And we can help you with all of your financial needs. Visit our website at eaglefederal.org, call the office at 318-641-3017, or come by our local office and meet our staff. Don't forget to ask how we can help you save up to 2% on your auto refinance.
Back to the burn we go. You see Landon Ami finishing up his warm-up pitches. Seth Cook will take his place over at third base. And so just going back to that play, there was a walk and the runner was hung up off of second and taken a big, and they think that they might have set that up. The throw back to second, though, bounded away, and that sent Bordelon down from third base, who scored there. And just everything that needed to happen for Glenmora to get that run across did. Warriors trail by 4, still in striking distance. They're going to have a big bottom of the 4th, but they've done that before. Bottom of the 7th is what they're going to have. They'll have to get 4 there to tie if Ami can get the Warriors out of it from here. Again, Cook moves from the mound to third, and Ami moves from third to the mound to try to get this final out. First ball from Ami is delivered out to Johnson. Shoots it over to first. 1 pitch, 1 out. And that will do it for Glenmora, but not before they scratch across 1 more run. We go to the bottom of the 7th. The Warriors have to do it here. 5-1. We'll be right back.
The following things are just plain wrong. Pouring coffee into a light socket. Dressing a 300-pound man in a tiny pink Speedo. and hiring an unqualified employee for your business.
Express Employment Professionals in Alexandria is here to assist you in hiring that right employee or helping you find your perfect career. Apply online at expresspros.com/AlexandriaLA.
Back to the burn we go. I am Doug Gann alongside of Chuck Perkins and Jack Yonker, bringing you Grace Christian baseball. Another blustery, cold evening last night. I'd have traded tonight for last night, though. Last night we thought was bad. This is one of those. Cooper Courtright will lead things off. Had a base hit in his last at bat following that big-time play from right field. Left field, actually. So we'll see what he's got. Parks has gone the distance. That one misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Courtright hitting in the 9 hole, wanting to get on base and get back to the top of the order. That one right down the pipe for the strike. Ball and a strike. Courtright has swung the bat well every time that we've been here and seen him. He's taken good at-bats throughout. Swings and fouls this one straight back. And I'm telling you, that flag that we see out in center field has not stopped blowing. It has been unfurled throughout today's contest. Courtright down, a ball and 2 strikes. Parks peers in from the windup and delivers. That one ground right back up the middle again. Courtright's got to hustle. And the ball is thrown away, and that's going to have, oh, nope, they had him. So what a play that was made out at first base. Courtright retired on that play. Good job. And Bordelon has been solid at shortstop. And that was a bang-bang play. And that will bring Carson Courtright, the leadoff hitter for the Warriors. Center fielder stands in, ready to go. Was retired. He reached his last on a fielder's choice. So our next broadcast will be from the Lady Eagles campus there at Menard for Menard and Tioga in a softball game. We'll get that posted up soon. We'll also start putting out on there when we are going to be in town or at what parks we're going to be at. Courtright takes that one in there, ball and a strike. Warriors down to their final 2 outs. They trail 5-1 here to Glenmora. Glenmora looking to even the series at a game apiece. Curveball taken high, ball 2. That one in there. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. We'll take a look. We'll get some highlights up on this one tonight. We'll keep you updated and see if we can get the final 5 states on board. We're working on that. We got South America tonight, so that was cool. This one lifted foul from Courtright. Room to play. Nope, just hits the top of that visitor's dugout down the first base line. Thought they had a chance, and Parks was as quick as any one of them over there. Remember, he made that catch in foul territory back earlier in the game. So we'll do the 2-2 once again. 1 down, Carson Courtright. The Warriors center fielder stands in there. Parks has went the distance in this one. He and Cook had a battle. That one driven out to right field. Right under it, though, for the out is the right fielder for Glenmora. And now Luke Johnson strides in, and he represents the final shot for the Warriors as they are down to their final out. Again, thank you for those that have watched and followed along on our YouTube channel, on our Boxcast page, or there on Facebook Live. Make sure you go give us a like and a follow, and we'd appreciate that. If you're on our YouTube channel, go up there and hit the subscribe. And everybody that's watching in that group, all of y'all go on there and subscribe. Takes just a minute. There's a rip from Johnson. Second base has it. That's going to retire the side and do it for the ball game here. Glenmora is going to come out of Merrill Blackburn Field with a victory. They even the district series at a game apiece. And Warriors will still be atop the District 6B standings. That's their first district loss. Final score here from Merrill Blackburn Field, 5-1, abbreviated post-game show. We're going to wrap this up and get our cameras down and out of the wind. We will see you back here on Tuesday night, but join us Monday night as we have Tioga and Menard softball. You won't want to miss that. For Chuck Perkins, for Jack Yonker, we've had a good night. Hope you did too. God bless you all. Good night. We'll see you next time.